According to the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, the entire manufacturing industry in Nigeria spent about 290 billion in Q1 of 2024 alone. Now, this is about 70% increase of what they spent in the last quarter of last year, which was about 221 billion, right? So there's a massive opportunity in the energy space. They are going through an energy crisis coupled with diesel crisis and a lot of other things. But if you're a solar company who can take advantage of this massive opportunity, that's a massive win for you, right? So, and let me show you other articles, right? In this one, from about 2016 to 2022, manufacturers spent about, this is according to the Punch, manufacturers spent about 639 billion on power, right? And it just keeps increasing and keeps increasing. And according to Vanguard, manufacturers spend about 144 billion on self-generated power in a year. So now the question is, how do you take advantage of this opportunity in this space? Because, so the question is, how do you take advantage of this opportunity in this space as a solar company? How do you do that? Do you do that do you do that by marketing anyhow, or just marketing and then telling everybody you have solar panels, solar installation, or anything like that, right? So in this video, I want to show you a unique strategy with which you can use to, one, set yourself apart from other solar companies who may have good engineers, good product, good technology, right? But a kind of marketing strategy that allows you to reach out to all of these guys in this space and position yourself as the best decision they can make in their business. And we'll be doing that using the ultimate scaling system model. That's the USS model for solar companies. I'll be applying to the manufacturing niche. My name is Agbo Kindness, and welcome to my channel where I dish out strategies, growth strategies, marketing strategies for solar companies to take advantage of, especially if they want to go and scale massively. And it's very useful for you, especially if you have good financiers, if you have good engineers, you have a solid team, and the likes. So let's get right. Let's get this bread. Now, I covered the USS model in my previous videos, which I will link in the description, and you can go there and watch all of them, right? Or as many as you desire. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Instead of just market to every Tom, Dick, and Harry as on energy issues, like I showed you earlier, we want to take advantage of the 290 billion naira opportunity in the space, the manufacturing space, which will keep increasing, right? I want to solve their problems and make impact and make money too and make bank. So how do we do this? Now, so there are many some pillars here which we'll use for a successful marketing or growth campaign to take a good market share, a good percentage of that opportunity. Right now, the first thing is to niche down. We've already done that for manufacturers around the country. Now, the second thing will be to define their ICP, right? Because see, if you do your marketing and probably you run ads, and maybe even some manufacturers see those ads, whether it's on Google, on LinkedIn, and all they have seen is, hey, we have solar panel, hey, we are a solar company, right? You don't speak to them. They're speaking to everybody. And you can't get their attention and secure their attention that way. No, you can't. But by defining our ideal customer profile to help us to be able to structure our marketing campaign such that whenever this manufacturer see it, they'll get hooked. And once they get hooked, we can now close deals. You with me? So you find the ICP. After the ICP will contain their wants, their needs, their desires, their pain points. The next thing we'll do is to build a marketing campaign, right? Taking advantage because everybody's on the internet. It's just a matter of where, right? And a matter of where and how you can capture them in, which I'll be covering in this video. Then we launch the campaign, and then we have a strong emphasis on a strong converting back end. Because if you spend money, if you spend money on advertising and you try to sell on the ad, the landscape for marketing and advertising has changed over the last 100 years. And a couple of years back, people could not skip ads because they were in shows, they were in movies, in theaters, they were everywhere. But now, if you market anyhow on the internet, people have the ability to skip in a heartbeat. So we want to avoid that. So the way we can avoid that is to use the strategy I will give you in this video and have a back end that can easily convert these guys like crazy. So so the campaign I will be designing will be for XYZ Solar. It's a dummy solar company, and then we're doing it for manufacturers around the country, like I've covered earlier. So let's get into this. Now, the first thing I said was for us to define our ICP. Now, from our ICP here, we can see that if we are launching the campaign, our target will most likely be plant managers, directors of operation, or other directors, CTOs, maybe the CEO, right? And if we focus on manufacturing, might be FCMG, textile, food processing, plastic, metal fabrication, and then location of where these companies might be. These are very instrumental in the marketing, and because we want to personalize our outreach to them. We want to set ourselves apart from other solar companies. Now, what are the challenges they face? Okay, we know that they have frequent power outages that lead to costly downtime. Frequent power outages that lead to costly downtime. We know they have high diesel and maintenance costs. We know they have rising operational costs affecting profitability. Now, what are their desires? Right? We know they want a reliable and affordable energy source. We know they want to reduce dependence on the national grid. We know they want long-term cost savings and improved productivity. So now, so all these things will be very instrumental in designing a message that speaks to them. Now, in the campaign strategy overview, now the thing is, we'll be launching a value-driven approach. A value-driven approach where we provide value first. Now, this is the reason because every other company out there that claims to offer solar, right? They only this is what they do. They ask, and they ask. We are the best solar company. We have solar panels. We have batteries. We have these colors here, that kind of thing. That's all they do. That's all they do. But most times people don't understand that you have to build trust. And how do we do that? By providing value first. So at different steps in this entire strategy, we'll be providing value to our ideal clients, thereby making them to view us as the expertise, making them to view us as the expert, right? As the expert, and it's going to be more or less like a patient coming to a doctor. So a patient coming to a doctor. So the patient does not argue with the doctor because in the eyes of the patient, the doctor knows all. And that's how we want to position XYZ Solar. So for our ideal clients, our ideal clients can see that we know all. So and then these are some of the key messages we'll be using. Now, the channels we will use mainly LinkedIn ads, Google ads, because everybody uses Google, and LinkedIn too for some industry professionals. Facebook and Instagram, not really, but They may be on that platform. It may work well. Email marketing extremely well. Webinars, virtual consultations, and the likes. Now there are a lot of other things that we'll be doing too. Good. So now we know their wants, their needs, their desires, and their pain points. So what do we do? Now we want to build the marketing campaign. The marketing campaign. How do we do this? Okay, okay. Now, most other companies, this is all they do. They run ads. They run ads. And most likely the ads are very poor. There's so much about the ads that I don't want to talk about right now. Probably later on in the video I'll talk about. So they run ads, but like I said earlier, the landscape for advertising, the landscape for marketing has vastly changed, especially in this internet age, social media world, where people can skip your ads in a heartbeat, right? As they see your ads, they can easily skip it. Unlike before, where they had to watch it. They had to watch it. So instead of just running ads like this, we have a back end with which we make the money. So instead of selling on the ad, we use the ad to lure them into this entire system, and then we now use this entire system to make them to purchase, right? To make a deal. So like the ads, you can run it on LinkedIn, Google, like I said earlier, Google search, YouTube, whatever. So now here's the entire process. So once we run advertisement, is what we do. We send them to a landing page. Now, a landing page is just a web page, a one-page website. Now, but here is the beautiful thing. Like I said, we're using a value first marketing approach because we want to build trust. Want to build trust, want to build familiarity, several other things, right? Instead of just going in for the ask head on, want to build trust. Now, on this landing page, we provide them what I call HVCO, high value content offer. Might be a 7-page ebook that can show them how they can successfully incorporate solar into their manufacturing processes and cut down their energy, right? For something so valuable, maybe an article, a report, and they want to read it and they can't ignore it. It's too valuable, addressing their current pains and challenges, and they can't ignore it. But now here's the catch. For them to access it, they need to purchase it. But unlike purchasing it with money, right? They only need to purchase it with their details. So when they give us their name, their email, and their phone number, the phone number, once they give us their details, they can now access that document. Now, there's a reason why there are two things that we're achieving here. We are building trust, and we are getting their name, their email, and their phone number because we want them able to market to them outside the main platform in which they came from, right? And build this multiple touch points with them so they get familiar with XYZ Solar, and eventually XYZ Solar is not looking like just any other strange solar company anymore. So we run ads. The ads itself is not to sell, it's to lure them in here. They come in here, they get it. Now automatically once they leave this place, I'll show you a sample later on, or a model later on. Once they enter here, put in their details, instantly this HVCO will be sent to their email address. Now, once they click submit, they are automatically taken to the sales page. The sales page. Now, the sales page is very beautiful because the salesperson can basically do the work of an expert salesman, right? An expert salesman. 10 times more. 10 times more, right? Because they can, unlike a salesperson that can send to a company, send to like multiple 3 to 4, 5 companies, and in one day or in 1 week. With this sales page, you can speak with like 1,000 people at the same time, 10,000 people at the same time, and you can convince a good percentage of them to move to the next step. So a sales page is just a web page, a one-page website that is designed specifically to convince them that you are the best, that XYZ Solar is the best decision for their company, is the best decision for their energy crisis. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing with the sales page, right? There's a lot of copywriting in there, sort of psychological stuff in there. We explore their pain, their needs, their desires, and everything. Now, the sales page, after I leave the sales page, they go to the sales page, and then they are convinced to take the next step. To take the next step, they click on the button. From the button will lead them to an automatic qualification sequence. Now, the qualification sequence is to ensure that XYZ Solar or your solar company is not speaking with window shoppers or not speaking with individuals who would not be a best fit for your business or individuals who cannot afford the kind of quality service you want to provide, to protect your image and to protect your name. So, for instance, if XYZ Solar or your solar company can only work, or we only want to work on 1 megawatt plus project, with this automatic qualification sequence, we automatically sieve the guys who are not ready now and tell them, oh, sorry, for at the moment we have nothing for you, but reach out. And the thing is, if you have a package for them later on in the future, you can always reach out to them. You can carry on. Now, appointment setting. Now, this is another reason why we're getting their phone number, right? So, appointment setting is basically with their phone number, people automatically reach out. In this case, we're using AI. The AI will automatically reach out, call them, discuss with them, and try to get them to book a meeting, right? And then the magic lantern technique, very, very instrumental because because at times people need a bit of convincing to even speak with you. They need a bit of convincing to trust you, right? And now what we'll do with the magic lantern sequence. I'll go over it shortly. And then, of course, everything then leads to a discovery call, which could do analysis and find out, okay, if what you have is suitable for them, if you want to work with them, then you can plan out the deal and the entire project, yada, 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 that kind of thing. So, this is basically the entire marketing sequence overview from ads to this landing page to sales page. So, imagine instead of just selling them on the ad, which they can easily skip, we have like a three-way method to capture them. So this way we capture more people, more clients, right? And of course more deals. And then to the sales call and the likes. So now let's go back to some of these couple of things now. Now, in my previous video, I went about the common mistakes solar companies make, right? But we just breeze through this. I will just breeze through this. And so if you want to learn more, you can go and watch my previous video where I talked about many of this more. So one is selling on the ad. Most guys try to sell on the ad. Like I said, it's not, people are not on the internet to buy, right? Most times you either get information, to get entertainment, or just to communicate, right? The three Sean's. Yeah, Sean's. So selling on a three ad. Selling on the ad is a horrible idea. But what we want to avoid is selling on the ad. So you don't sell on the ad. Second, they have no back end. I've shown you what our back end looks like. Third, they look like everyone else. If you look like everyone else, especially in your marketing approach, even if you have the best product, it becomes a difficult decision to choose you. But if from your marketing approach, you are distinct from everything we do, you are distinct. By the time they even come back in and see and for you to even deliver your product and you are distinct to, it's much easier to choose you, right? Second, they speak to everybody and therefore nobody, which we are addressing by simply meeting down to manufacturers and targeting the decision makers in the industry. Then boring and no form of intrigue. The ads are passive, waiting for customers to contact them. like put their phone number here, saying call us here, and the likes and the likes. Now, I want to show you some example of winning ads which we can use, which we can use for XYZ Solar to boost to attract these individuals. It's manufacturers. Yeah, but it's manufacturer. Now, for this one here, I lifted up some ads from Facebook of some solar companies, and I won't critique it here. But my previous video, I did show how what was wrong with this ad. For instance, this ad, for instance, is trying to make a sale on the ad. This ad, for instance, sound like everybody. This ad, for instance, does not speak to a specific group of people. That kind of thing, and they are being passive here and like. In fact, the only thing that is going where, quote and unquote, is 20% off. And basically, anybody, that's what they have here. They said, oh, power your home. This is for homeowners, right? With solar and get 20% off. Bro, once everybody start doing 20% off, what is the need for it anymore? So you want to get your business to the point where you don't compete on price. I mean, look at Apple. They've basically been making the same products for for so many years, and yet they don't compete with anybody on price, right? So that's as to do with branding and some other things. So now here is an example of an ad that we work for XYZ Solar, and will instantly catch the attention of the manufacturers and then convince them to work with us. So let's go. This one, by the way, this ad is a LinkedIn ad. It's a LinkedIn ad. Now, for instance, just read this. Power cuts cost manufacturers millions. So what is the solution? Last 5 years, manufacturers have lost over 30% plus of production time due to frequent outages. Most companies are forced to burn through diesel costs just to keep operations going. But what if there is a new way to turn the energy crisis into a competitive advantage? Instantly, they are intrigued. They are interested. Like, so they said, okay, discover how some manufacturing leaders are rethinking energy to stabilize their operations, reduce overheads, and ensure consistent output. You want to know how? Of course, they want to know how. And now, this does not look like an ad. It doesn't. Alright, it looks like an article. And now they were more interested in clicking this than clicking solar panel spread everywhere, that kind of thing. Right? Oh, say manufacturers losing billions to power cuts. What's next? Right? Okay. Power crisis is hurting Nigerian manufacturers. Here's how to fix it. Click learn more. They click learn more, they go to a landing page and they go everywhere else. Now, here is another example. Hmm. Yeah, it says, uh, oh, how much are frequent power outages costing your manufacturing business every year? This ad begins with a question, and instantly, any manufacturer that comes across this is automatically grabbed in because they're taking millions, billions, right? Okay, then it goes over some other couple of things, and then look at this beautiful image here. Manufacturers, you can slash your energy cost by 40%. Find out how. Okay, how? How? Yes, they might have an idea it's solar, right? But this positions your business something else. Now, Nigerian manufacturing firms save millions on energy. This is how. Learn more and everything. Now, this is an example of a Google ad, Google search ad, which we will run for XYZ Solar. So, breaking. Some manufacturers are using this strategy to cut energy costs by 40%. Find out how they are doing it without relying on the national grid. Does this not get your attention? Look at another ad. How are Nigeria's top factories cutting energy costs by up to 40% and increasing uptime? Oh, let me go further to say The answer is simpler than you think. Want to know their secrets? Discover a power strategy that keeps factories operational 24/7 and protecting their bottom line. Learn how to get ahead and stop relying on outdated power solutions. Does this not get your attention? Okay, now the last example of an ad I have here is this ad here, and this is a Google banner ad, right? And this can be displayed, when those ads you see when you go on several websites, and then there's an ad at the corner or whatever. This can fit in several places like that, right? So this ad basically says 40% in energy cost reduction. Here's how smart manufacturers are staying ahead. So if they see this by chance, they will see it. Not by chance, they will see it, right? With the right Google Ads placement and everything. These are instantly they think to themselves. I consider myself a small manufacturer. How come I don't know about this? Right? And even though it's still solar, but it is packaged in a different way. Right? And so instead of going around saying we have solar panel, we have a controller, we have battery, we have everything, we'll give you 20% of. No, we don't do that. When they come, they learn. They come, they learn. So once they leave the ads, these are just examples. We can create several hundreds of variations. Once they leave the ad, this is where they'll come to the landing page. Landing page. Now, landing page is very, like I said, the one-page website, and all we do, the purpose of this page is to exchange a very valuable information to them with the HVCO. So we give them the HVCO, the high value content offer, maybe an ebook, and they give us their name, their email address, and then their phone number, which will be very instrumental in keeping in touch with them and marketing to them further on, right? And now, after they leave that, then automatically, once they click submit, the HVCO will appear in that mail and they'll be redirected to our sales page. A very, very beautiful thing. Now, if you see the sales page, a lot is going on. Every single detail on this page is engineered, is doctored to capture as many high quality clients as possible. By the time they go through this page, they'll be like a refreshing, and they will realize that the worst decision they can make is to leave this page without speaking with XYZ Solar. By the time they are done with this page, wow, they will know something's up. Now, the first thing that happen here will be a video on the page. VCL, apart from the heading, which will get their attention, the VCL. VCL is basically video sales letter. So basically be a video sales pitch. So this will be good for individuals who do not necessarily have time to read or don't like to read. In fact, it has been shown most time that in today is a higher percentage of people who would rather watch than read. So this video will talk to them. It's basically a sales pitch, right? And everything is engineered and doctored. So by the time they finish watching the video, they are ready to click on the button and book a meeting with you as fast and as quick as possible, ASAP, right? They are ready to get into business with you sharp, right? So now under this page, they have social proofs. So if you've maybe past clients you've worked with, their logos will be here. Businesses you've worked with, whatever, their logos and everything will be here. Your partners, maybe you've been shown on several news outlets, you can put them here. This is just to build social proof. And now, just the way we have for the video format, some people might need extra convincing. Or for individuals that like to read, basically have a sales copy, which is basically a sales pitch, right? With very mind-blowing and then very really working sales copywriting that will go into place here, right? Very masterful copywriting. So they come here, they read it, you can read the sales copy, like two versions of the sales copy. Here we can have awards, testimonials. All these are to build proof, all right? Are to build social interest, are to build trust in your in XYZ Solar. And here we can make our special offer. By the time we launch offer like this, my God, everybody will be drawn in, right? They will be drawn in. Offer will captivate their attention. Probably in future videos, I'll give examples of offer that we can run. Now they can book their free consultation and then speak with your team, and then you go further from there. But now I want to I want to introduce you properly to the magic lantern technique. Okay, so now before I introduce you to the magic lantern technique, I need to show you something. Because earlier we talked about appointment setting. So, appointment setting, and basically is the numbers we get. We have individuals call those numbers under 5 minutes. So immediately those numbers come in, I have a system that will notify these individuals. They will call those numbers and then try to book a call with them. And also with the AI technology we have now, we have AI tools that can easily do that. When they come in, so you have like, let's say 5,000 leads. AI reach out to them, call all of them, and then book them on your calendar, that kind of thing. Now, so this is what it will look like. Appointment setting, right? So So here's what the script will look like. The appointment setting script. Now, the first thing will be like introduction rapport building, 15 20 seconds. So once the number comes in, the AI is notified and then calls out to them. So can be like or even a human being. Of course, it will sound human. AI is just for leverage, right? Because with humans can work 247, AI can work 247. I'm not complaining about it. That kind of thing. So for instance, let's assume it's a human making the call. So hi, Mr. Lagbaja. My name is Kindness, and I'm calling from XYZ Solar. We noticed you recently downloaded our ebook. So you might say the ebook might be named How Nigeria Manufacturers Are Reducing Energy Costs by 40% with Reliable Solar Solutions. So let's say that was the ebook they downloaded, or the HVCO, high value content offer you downloaded. You can say, hi or hello or good afternoon, Mr. Lagbaja. This is Kindness calling you from XYZ Solar Company. You recently downloaded our ebook on how on how manufacturers in Nigeria can save 70% on their energy on their energy expenses. And I just wanted to quickly follow you up and check in with you. Let me increase this. Increase already. Right? Quickly follow up with you. What we want to do here is want to briefly confirm that you've gotten the ebook, one, and then build familiarity. So it doesn't look like we got the number out of the blue and then they're asking, where did you get my number? That kind of thing. Want to avoid that. Now, also, we acknowledge their pain points, speak with them for a while, make them know that we understand the problems they face, how much they're spending, and what it is doing to their bottom line, and things like that. And then eventually we can now present our solution. We can say, oh, I totally understand. You've so next we can now present our solution. So I'm like, oh, I totally understand. And we've been helping manufacturers across Nigeria deal with these exact challenges. Our goal is to show you how solar energy can drastically reduce your energy cost and keep your factory running without interruption. And now I'm like, okay, so I know you're busy, but what we're going to do real quick is can we quickly just set up maybe a 15 to 30 minutes meeting where we can discuss how we can help you switch, how solar can benefit your company. How can I help you switch, right? And can I say, okay, no problem? Can I say, okay, let's agree on the time? Maybe let's say, might tell the person, how about Friday 3 p.m. in the afternoon? Is that fine for you? Does that work for you? No problem. Then okay, no problem. Then we'll send you the meeting link in your email. Maybe a Zoom meeting link, maybe Google Meet meeting link, or whatever software we want to use. That's kind of thing for appointment setting. And this way, you are capturing in the clients as they come in. As they come in, you are capturing them quickly, 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 quickly. You're not waiting for them to call you. You're delivering value and you're reaching out to them instantly. Now, drum rolls, please. To the magic lantern technique. You need to see this. You need to see the magic lantern technique. So just the magic lantern technique. Now, this magic lantern technique is because we understand that at times you may reach out to people, you may see your ads and everything, but they are skeptical about so many things. Skeptical about if your company is legit, right? I know, right? Because they just know your company for the first time. Probably they not, even though XYZ Solar has done like a billion projects, but they're just learning about XYZ Solar. So they are skeptical one way or the other. Or they feel like solar is not there yet, that solar cannot really help them. So there's still a lot of knowledge gaps that they need to fill in to make it the right decision. So what XYZ Solar will do is XYZ Solar will be the one to fill in that knowledge gap for them. And by the time XYZ Solar fills in that knowledge gap, now automatically, because other solar companies are basically asking, not providing any value, not filling any knowledge gap, they'll feel more moved with to do business with XYZ Solar because we're filling that knowledge gap. And by the way, we have a beautiful back end. We have a beautiful delivery system. Delivery system that's for the installation and everything, right? We have the right partners and things like that. So at times, so what we want to do is want to fill in those knowledge gaps to build trust, to reduce skepticism, and then allow us to close the deal and deliver valuable results. Now, so for instance, they leave in the landing page, they come to the sales page. If from the sales page, they take us up on our offer, no problem. Wow, we continue on, we remove them from the sequence. But if for any reason there's still these knowledge gaps in their mind, so then automatically this system will send them to this magic lantern technique. So it will begin, and then there will be several videos here. So of course, because videos are more easily digested or digestible, we will send them in video format. So I'll explain this further. So I want you to see something. So imagine Imagine now, this is where your ideal client is, your prospect is. They are here, right? They are spending so much on energy, and they are not able to find a suitable solution. They don't have the solar companies, but they don't think solar can do the work for them. That kind of thing. So yeah, they are high. This is where they are. They're having problems, but they're highly skeptical about your solution, even about you as a person or you as a company or XYZ Solar. So this is what we do. So, and here is where they want, here is the desired outcome they want, right? To be able to protect their bottom line, save on energy, right? And still deliver valuable products to their customers and protect their brand name, their brand image. Here is their desired outcome. But the thing is, before they can get their desired outcome, they have to go through you, right? So what we want to do is to allow us give them their desired outcome. We need to get them to a point whereby there's a high level of trust. Then there's a high level of trust. That's what we need to do. We need to get them to a high level of trust. So how do we do that? So let's say they're like, let's say there's a body of knowledge they need to know. It's like 4 or 5 things they need to know for them to be able to make concrete decisions and transition to solar as fast as possible. If so, let's assume that now the first thing we do is we can now break it down. So the 5 steps, can I make like 5 videos on it? And so by step one, we are building trust. Okay, let me even show you this. Now, this is beautiful. So this is the first state. By step one, they get an email probably the next day after they come into after they've come into the entire system. They get an email the next day, and get an email, and in the email is now more like we add value the first time. You will notice something very interesting. As we add value the first time, their trust, this stick line represents trust. Their trust builds. Second time, their trust builds also. And now recall that they were highly skeptical. So by the first video, their skepticism reduces and continues to decrease. And then by third video, continue to see a massive decline in their skepticism for the company and for solar as a solution. And then their trust continues to grow. It continues to grow. And then by now, by the time they get to this level, they already have a high level of trust in XYZ Solar and in the solution we're providing. And by this time, their skepticism is gone. They can now say, okay, you know what? Let's begin. Let's begin. So let me show you what it look like for this XYZ Solar doing this manufacturing. By the way, of course, the delivery method for this will be email, but the delivery method which they will, that's why we need their email. Delivery method will be email, but the content will be in video format since it's very easy to digest. Now, qualification. Okay. Now, okay. So now, how do we implement this magic lantern technique? The first thing is we need to understand exactly where they are right now, right? And we know where they are. They are having so much issues with power outages, rising diesel costs, grid is failing all the time. We know where they want to be. And the question is, what is that journey like? Like that timeline overview. What is the journey to the desired outcome, right? And now, so now we want to identify like 4 to 5 steps to their outcome. And the very first milestone that they need to go through is awareness and understanding. Awareness and understanding, right? Now, the first email they will get will have a video, right? And to basically focusing on why Nigerian manufacturers are losing billions due to power instability. They know they're losing money, right? But we want to pound on their pain points. Pound on their pain points. It's like we want to pour salt or pepper on their open wound. So they feel it more. They feel it. So by the time we pour pepper or salt on their open wound, they can't ignore it anymore. They can't ignore it anymore. Now, by the second email they will get, we have another video here showing them what we want to do is we want to make them realize the opportunity for their company, for their business, right? And here the video will focus on how solar energy can save you 40% of energy cost without downtime, right? And then be a video focus, right? We'll present a video talking about this, right? And by the end of that video, they will see solar as a cost saving opportunity rather than a risky investment, right? That will happen. And by the third video, the third mail, what we want to do is want to overcome every objection or the common objections that most manufacturers might have towards implementing solar, right? By thinking, okay, is solar reliable? And that's what we're addressing in this email and in this video. So why solar power is more reliable than you think? Debunking the 3 biggest myths. Then we're looking at addressing the common objections, fear of reliability, fear of cost, fear of maintenance, is solar reliable, is solar cheap long term, that kind of thing. We'll be addressing every objection. I don't imagine you do all these things. The sales call will be easy because you've done all the work convincing them from the art to this point. By the time you hop on the sales call, it's going to be so easy. It's going to be so much easy, right? And then by the first email they'll get a step-by-step plan for transition, a step-by-step plan, right? And you can get this email step-by-step plan for transition. So we can show them how they can transition their factory, their manufacturing business from diesel reliance to solar. You show them a step by step, it's seamless and easy. By the time they see it, they can now visualize. But this video will help them visualize their business, their manufacturing business, at a point where they no longer have most of the problems they have. We're helping them with that visualization. And then we can also show them the fifth video, financial benefits and everything like that. So by the way, each of these videos will have a call to action. Each of these videos will refer them back to booking a call with us and everything. By this way, we are building trust, we are building goodwill, it's value driven. XY Solar will not look like any other solar company out there. By the time they go through this, so the first video, there'll be a call to action. They can go back to the sales page and book a call, book a meeting, right? Whether it's on Zoom or whatever platform we'll use. So I hope you're following me. I hope you're seeing what I'm saying. I hope you're seeing what I'm saying. This way you can attract like 15, 20, 30 manufacturers at once if you have the manpower, if you have the right partnership, probably with right partnership with right businesses, right? You're already making bank, right? You've been working all round on quality projects, quality project. Don't waste your time with people that will be telling you story. So now the last part is qualification. Qualification, because we need to qualify. We need to ensure we are speaking with people that can afford kind of quality project we want to give to them, and they are willing and they are able and they're qualified. That kind of thing. So let's go to qualification. Ooh. Now, what would that sequence look like? I gave an actual demo in my previous video. I'll link it in the description. You can watch the video and you will see what the qualification sequence will exactly look like. So now, but all this will be automated. All this will be automated. So yeah, we're going to one of the questions we'll ask them is, what is their primary energy source? Their primary energy source. And by the way, all these questions will help us know their business better. So by the time we hop on that call, there's a lot of things we already know, and then we can now focus with that information we've gotten already, can now guide us on selling to them, on convincing them to work with us, right? So want to know what their primary energy source is, right? Now, what is their minimum energy requirement? And now for XYZ Solar, want to assume that XYZ Solar only wants to work on 1 megawatt plus project. XYZ Solar only wants to work on 1 megawatt plus project. So if anybody should click A or B as their answer, what happens is the system automatically ejects them from the sequence. It will eject them from the sequence and they won't book a call anymore. I'll show you. I'll show you more about it later. And same here. So how do you estimate your company spend on energy per month? 10 million. Of course, 10 million is too low. So you might say, I'm sorry, I'm not for you now. Are you a decision maker? We want to ensure that we are not speaking with a person who is not a decision maker or who cannot influence the decision of that company, because we're all wasting our time, wasting our money, wasting our resources, right? So, and then once you know what is their estimated budget in the next 12 months, what are they? So this will help us better. How large is your facility, that kind of thing. Are you actively looking for ways to use energy costs? Now, if they click D is no. At the moment, they are not actively looking for a way to reduce energy costs. It's no use speaking with them. If you speak with them, it's like talk heaven and earth. They are not. You're wasting your time. So this this qualification sequence is like a filter. It's like a filter. They are filtering out people that at the moment they don't fit into what we are looking to offer, right? So if for instance they don't fit into what we're looking to offer, this is the message they get. Okay, thank you for your interest in XYZ Solar. Remember, okay, at the moment the solutions we have are not ideal for you, but this is what you can do next. You can explore other energy management services, or just stay with us. We'll have offers for you later on, right? Or just contact us for your future needs. And then this is the closing message. For let's say they go through all the sequence, they go through the entire filter, and they are qualified. This is what they get, right? Congratulations! Based on your responses, it seems that you are in a prime position to explore significant saving and sustainability improvement for your manufacturing facility. Next steps, book a call here, that kind of thing. That kind of thing, right? So so uh so by the time they've gone through the entire sequence, my come on. So by the time they go through this entire sequence, I'm telling you, they are ready to give you their money all the time. After going through this entire thing, they're not viewing you as a normal solar company anymore. They are viewing you as their point, their perspective of you is the perspective a patient has of a doctor, not of is not of a manufacturing company and then a salesperson. No, it's more of uh, a patient and that kind of relationship. And so you don't advise them, you want to give them expert advice and that kind of thing. By the time you launch it, you launch this, every manufacturer in Nigeria, any part of the world where you launch this, anywhere where you launch this, they will hop on it. They will hop on it. So in fact, with this strategy, the main thing you need to now do is you now need to increase your workforce, that kind of thing. But with this, especially when we now add AI to this, you are launched into the stratosphere. Your business is transformed forever. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got value from this video. Once again, my name is Agbo Kindness. And if you like this video, like, subscribe. If you want my team and I to implement this in your business, to take your business into the next level, into the stratosphere, my link is in the description. Reach out to me, and say, kindness, hi, I saw your video and I want us to discuss. Stay blessed.